Hello everybody, this is Bulldozer, and thank you for giving me your time, and thank you for watching another one of my videos. Here we go with another brand new video series, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And boy, this game has a bunch of issues. First things first, I want to point out, if you go to purchase anything, please consider using my code MrBulldozerGamN. If you go to the store, the Ubisoft store, and you go to the Ghost Recon, you can actually use it there, like if you're going to buy the pass or whatever. It is, I know, I tried to use it. Didn't know you could use it, so I tried to use it, and that, sure enough you can. So if you would, I'd really appreciate that. Getting back to the game, man, this game's got a lot of problems. You'll see here in the first video, a bunch of pixelation problems. The major issue was, we had the game early, but at about 10:30 the day the game came out, they had a worldwide crash of the Ubisoft servers, and I lost an hour and a half of progress. I'm not kidding you folks, an hour and a half of progress. It's absolutely insane. It's the reason why this game should not be online. I understand the reason why it's online, but still it should have an offline option where there's stuff on here that you could do. It does not need to be online. Then if you're playing part of the co-op portion of it, yes, it needs to be online. If you're doing side missions, doesn't need nobody's help, you can do that stuff offline. But the whole game does not need to be online. This is another thing. You see my character here, I'm a blonde-headed guy, I have a goatee, I forget to put the goatee on. But take a look at the face and everything. You'll see the scar and everything I put on. The scars and everything look totally different than what you're going to see here in a minute. They have horrible lighting for this, and it's just awful. My son actually pointed this out. It's like, come on people. There's times in the game that you have two people talking together in a cutscene, excuse me, and half their face is off the screen. It's like, seriously, you released a game like this? Then there's times that they're talking and their lips ain't even moving. I guess they're a ventriloquist. Literally, the lips are not moving. And then they give you missions to do, and they don't even give you a clue on where you have to go. Speaking of missions, if you are playing the game, you're going to be doing side missions. There's a side mission called Gone Fishing. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the notifications bell. Hit the notifications bell, because I will be releasing a how-to on doing this, because they do not tell you where stuff is that you need to get. I'm going to give you a step-by-step on how to complete this mission, because it is complicated. You have to go all over the map in order to complete this. Now take a look at this, folks. It's totally different than what you just saw a second ago, because the lighting was absolutely horrible. But I guess it is what it is. They could have done a whole lot better job doing this. So they're going to start you off with the pistol. That's all you're going to have.
What?
I mean, if you take the the issues out of the game. This is a really good game. I love games like this. This kind of reminds me. Can't think of the name of the game now. And he's gonna take his pistol. Far Cry. I love the games where you're not tied into one location where you can just go and explore and you basically do what you want. I love the fact that you can just go and do all the hunting you want. If there's one tip I can give you starting off, if you see a plant, pick it up, because you never know if that plant's going to be part of a mission, or you might be able to sell it. I haven't sold anything yet. Some stuff I got plenty of. I haven't been told I haven't been able to pick up anything anymore either, so I don't know what the limit is on anything that you can pick up yet. But the best piece of advice I can give you starting off on this game is take your time, search your surroundings. Searching your surroundings, I know I say take your time, not take off running, but search your surroundings, because your buildings, guys you kill, you'll pick up weapons and stuff, ammunition. Just be careful, because remember, you're starting off with a pistol. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to die because I did not pay attention to what was on my screen. You need to pay attention to what is on your screen. Now, I'll tell you so you know, when you have more than one weapon, if you have a pistol, then you have a primary weapon. You have to hit Y twice to switch over to your primary weapon. Doesn't make a difference if you just have two weapons. You gotta hit Y twice to switch over. If you're on your primary weapon, you hit Y once to switch primary weapons. Doesn't make a difference which primary weapon you're on. If you want to go back to your pistol, you hit your Y twice to go back to your pistol. That is how that works.
I think maybe we should be 100% sure before making any blanket statements like that, huh?
You got cover like this, take advantage of this cover.
Situation on our hands.
You see, I got ammo from both of those guys. Make sure you search the buildings. Once you get to the main base camp, you will obtain, I mean, if you're watching the video, you already know it's going to obtain spoilers anyway, so I'm not going to say, put a warning ahead of time. But once you get to the main base camp, that's where your shop and everything is, and the main character of the game. And I forget what he's called now. But that's your fast travel location. No matter where you're at in the game. Except with the window open last night, I'm paying the effects of it. Excuse me. It's that time of year. But no matter where you're at in the game, excuse me, I might need to go get a Halls after this while this video is rendering. No matter where you're at in the game, you can always fast travel to that location. Here's another tip I can give you.
Shit.
Once you get there, you'll have access to a helicopter, your drone. When you get to different locations you haven't been to yet, put your drone up into the air and scout the areas. It will have a check mark. Speaking of that, yes, I'm actually going to show this in another video too, another glitch of the game. As I started to say, you get into two areas, put your drone up, spin it around, you'll see question marks. Slow your drone down, hover it over that question mark, and you'll see it'll go clockwise around, and it'll give you the location on the map of that location. Any question mark, your drone will identify that for you. Your drone will also highlight enemies for you. It'll tell you what kind of enemy they are and everything. All of a sudden, my drone stopped doing that. For no reason whatsoever. The only way for me to fix that was I had to quit the game and come back into it. For no reason whatsoever. Another issue. And here's the sad thing, folks. If you watch part 2 to this, you'll see our you're getting ready to see another helicopter here in a minute. The helicopter after that one that you'll see in part 2. Remember, I told you I lost an hour and a half in advancement. Just imagine what all I did in an hour and a half. It put me all the way back at this third helicopter. Yeah, you can only imagine how mad I was. I checked the inventory. I still had all my weapons and everything I had, but it's a fact that I went all the way up the mountain and everything. I fought all those enemies, and once you open a chest, you have these chests that's located throughout the mountain. Once you open those chests, you can't go back to them and get another weapon out. So it's just that if those enemies are in your way, you got to fight them and you get no reward for it. You just got to fight them for nothing. That's why I said they need to have more checkpoints put in this game.
Some of you have got to.
Yeah, I saw somebody posted on Ghost Recon's Twitter page. He said he had his game 15 minutes. That he'd been into the game 15 minutes, and the servers went down.
This is Weaver. Come in. Over.
He said, I waited all this time to see 15 minutes of this game. I felt really bad for him.
Contact! Contact! Check fire! Walker. Sorry, Weaver.
See, there's the pixelization I was talking about. Look at his head. That's just pathetic. And it's not my Xbox, folks. There's plenty of other people. If you watch their videos, you watch their live streams, sometimes it's on the bottom of the screen.
Walker.
It's crazy. If you get to this area here, folks, do not go forward. Look where your circle is. Turn around and go backwards. Now, if you want to go towards the yellow circle, you can. But there's also, you see that white circle to the right. Now this is where I had my first mess up in the game here in a second. Actually, here, let me cut some of this out. Actually, I already did. That's how you add a weapon. Now right here you're going to see This is called the Airship Air Station. Right there on the screen it says YY to switch between main weapons and handgun. Now, you can carry 2 main weapons. You only have to hit Y once to switch between your main weapons. Doesn't make a difference which main weapon you have to hit Y twice. I was focused on my mini-map the entire time because I had the red blotch to my left. I never once saw that message on my screen the entire time it was on there. I still, watching this footage back, I cannot believe I did not see that message on my screen. It was on there for quite a few seconds. Because I did not see that message, I ended up getting killed because I'm hitting buttons on my controller and everything, and because I had to hit Y twice is the reason why I never swapped my pistol, and it ended up causing me to get killed. But we're gonna go into this building over here. Also, if you look, notice in the lower left hand corner down there, you see that med kit with the infinity sign there. That is, there's usually 3 lines there. I think you get that a little later on in the game. What will happen is that will constantly keep replenishing that unless you take too much damage. Then you'll have to use a syringe. If you want to take off your silencer, it's the left arrow on your D-pad. Put it back on, it's the same thing. So that's the reason why I said you need to check the buildings. And this may seem tedious, but because there is stuff here, that's the reason why I'm showing you that. You never know what's in my game. It could be different in your game, folks. To give you a prime example, when it came to the medals, the location where the medals are at, I only found 8. You need 10, and I had to go back to the base camp, fly the helicopter back to the location where they're at, and the ones the 2 that I found wasn't in the location where the other ones was. So they was close by, but they wasn't in the same location. So it does appear that things do move around depending on, you know, when you're there. Got a couple guys in here. I think it's 2.
You gotta make sure they're all dead. This is a big place. Anyone could hit themselves somewhere.
I might have to pause this here for a second.
Man, if I told you what they were up to out here, you wouldn't believe.
Yep, right there they are. So just make use of your facilities.
I got a fight on my hands. Enemy survivor, my location.
A couple more for good measure. See, that's what I was talking about. Reason why you want to check all the buildings. Here's a crate. This is what I was talking about. This crate right here. So if I was to come back here this crate would be empty. Alright. And crate, box, suitcase, whatever people want to call it. But again, make sure you check your surroundings. Excuse me. Man, yeah, I think it's about that time of year. We're going to have to stop sleeping with the windows open. So there's not much more time left in this video here. I think what we'll do is, when I die, we will end this video here. Then I will let this video render and we will take and work on number 2 when it is finished. I don't know if I mentioned it in this video yet. If I didn't talk about going fishing, you know, I'll have everything from start to finish. So make sure you like, or you don't have to like it if you don't want to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell, because I'll make sure that you have all the information you need. I'm going to show you the exact location where you need to go for everything to complete that side mission, because it's very complicated. It's not a complicated mission, it's just you don't have the information you need to know in order to do it, and I'll give you that. My channel is built around helping the fellow gamer, okay? I'm one of those people in Call of Duty, I could care less, folks, how many times I died. Years ago, when we had headquarters around, I died, I think it was 50 some odd times during a match. It's because I was the person that would go and capture the headquarters. I would go from headquarters to headquarters to headquarters. And I just don't care. I don't care about stats. They don't mean nothing to me. As long as we win the game, that's all that matters. And I could not tell you how many times I've been killed by a grenade. It's absolutely insane. Then, but yeah, these kind of games are for me. I'm so glad that they're bringing back campaign. I'll be doing videos on that. I don't even know how that popped up. I'll be doing veteran mode campaign for Call of Duty as well. Can't wait for that. If you have any problems with this game, man, I might have to give you some hauls. I really do apologize. I hope I'm not getting sick. But if you have any problems with this game, down below, let me know. If it's an area I've gone through, I save all my videos. I'll go back and I'll look at my footage. If the video is already online, I'll tell you what video to go to take a look at it. If it's a simple question I can answer, I'll answer it for you. Again, this channel is made for the fellow gamer. That's what all my videos are for. I've already done the stuff, okay? You're coming to my video looking for an answer. Unless you just want to watch it, and that's cool too. But you're coming here looking for an answer. So hopefully I can give you that answer. And again, that's what it's all about. It's about helping the fellow gamer. That's like the other day, it's actually been a couple weeks ago. You know, I play Fortnite, and every now and then you will get somebody that will be on the other team that will not try to kill you, that just wants to complete the challenge just like you. I think that is so cool, and if I'm doing the challenge video, I actually will put that person in the challenge, or in the video. I will go pull their name out of the replay. If it does not show up for whatever reason, if it says anonymous, I will go find them in the replay and I will highlight their name in the video, because that's what it's all about. You know, yeah, we like to get kills, but at the same time we're trying to complete a challenge so we can move on. But again, let me know if you need any help with anything. I've got a bunch of, I think I got like 6 side missions to work on. I've got 13 videos recorded, folks. I'm not going to use all the footage because, like I said, you have to do a whole lot of searching in this game. So to give you a heads up, you've got to do. There's a whole lot of camps and everything off the roads in the woods that you need to go through. Like I said, as you're making your way up the hill, as you get past this next helicopter that you'll see in part 2, make your way up the hill, hit those camps. That's where you'll come across Akami, or I can't think how you pronounce his name now. It's Akaima, I think it is. That's where the side mission for gone fishing is. But to make your way onto the main camp, because that's going to make your life a whole lot easier, because you're going to have your drone where you can mark people, you can have a helicopter where you can get around and everything else. And it's always kind of cool too, because every time you go there, because this is an online based game, you'll see people in there running around that you have no clue who they are. Then you just see people standing around that just went in there and just set their controller down too. So, but that's after you get to the third helicopter. After you leave the third helicopter, which I believe that is that yellow dot right there, is our third helicopter, I believe. Yeah, it's the third helicopter. But these guys right here are the guys that take me out, because you see here, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to switch weapons, and I cannot switch my weapons because I simply did not read the screen. So okay, let me see if I can take him out. And see, this is the thing, none of them got a radio. And I get this guy here. And this other troop, they're way over by the helicopter. They're not really that close to me. The next thing I know, they're like on top of me. So I tried to run for cover because all I got is a pistol, because I can't figure out how to get my other weapon out. Get behind this tree to give me a little cover. It's like, out of all the times that sliding down the hill would really help, now I can't get a slide this time. The next thing I know, they're just like, they're like all around me. I'm just like toast. There is nothing I can do. Well, there you go, folks. We're going to end the video here. This will be the first video in the playlist I will be starting. So make sure you check it out if you would. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. This is the Bulldozer. Get your killing on. And I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. The link on your left hand side is going to take you to another Breakpoint video I've uploaded. The link on the right hand side is going to take you to all the Breakpoint videos I've uploaded in a playlist. Thank you for watching. This is the Bulldozer. Get your killing on, and I'm out of here.